I now recognize the ranking member for today's history, my friend and colleague from the great state of Ohio, Mr. Anthony Gonzalez. 5 minutes for an opening statement.
Thank you, Chairwoman Beatty. I like the office. It's well decorated. I like all the Ohio swag in there. And thank you for holding this hearing and to all our witnesses for being here. Americans with disabilities face challenges in their daily lives that Americans without a disability would never even think to consider. Our role here in Congress is to make sure that those with a disability are treated the same under the law and provided the tools to succeed and overcome the challenges associated with their disabilities. As we will hear today from our witnesses, leaders throughout industry and every level of government understand that this is a serious challenge and have made efforts to find new solutions. Whether it is the creation of new innovative programs to reach out to Americans to equip disabled Americans with the skill sets to be successful or inclusive hiring practices, we are seeing exciting new initiatives to create more opportunities for disabled Americans. That being said, there is still a tremendous amount of work to be done. Americans with disabilities face obstacles that require the private sector and elected officials to work closely together to take on and find innovative solutions. Most notably, these challenges include trouble accessing housing that meets the needs of an individual's disabilities. Today's very tight housing market, these challenges have only been exacerbated and more costly to those with disabilities. We know that having limited or unstable access to housing can cause so many downstream effects, including transportation options, job opportunities, and even personal safety. Additionally, Americans with disabilities are more likely to experience poverty and to be unbanked or underbanked as a result of their disability. It is critical that we better align our workforce to meet the needs of individuals with disabilities and provide the proper training and pathway to successful careers. I am also glad to see the focus of this hearing include the impact of COVID-19. While the pandemic has receded in many ways, millions of Americans are still reeling from the loss of a loved one or struggling to deal with the lasting impacts of the disease. Outside of the Financial Services Committee, I've been pushing the bipartisan and bicameral Bryson Gray and Ben Price COVID-19 Cognitive Research Act, which would direct the NSF to fund research on the short and long-term mental health impacts of the disease. It's important that we find answers as to why so many Americans are suffering from physical and mental side effects directly caused by the virus. It is my hope that this legislation will help us better understand the potential lasting impacts of this disease and how to improve mental health outcomes. In today's hearing, I am interested to hear how new technology can help individuals better access financial institutions, how the private sector can more closely work with elected officials and advocacy groups to promote hiring of disabled Americans, and the shortfalls in current law that inhibit individuals with a disability. I again thank the chairwoman for convening this hearing. I look forward to today's dialogue, and I thank all of our witnesses. With that, I yield back.
Thank you.